Tyler the Creator's old tweets are starting to circulate again because of a post that he made about D'Angelo after he passed, and Tyler ended up turning the comments off because of the stupid things that his non-black fans were saying. The reason why his black fans are so upset with Tyler and putting him back on the chopping block and making so many think pieces is because he never publicly atoned and showed remorse about the tweets and the things that he said in his music. Quick side note, bruh. This Michael Jordan clip of him saying, no, no, no. Every time I see this shit, it be frying me, bro. And it could be under the most serious shit, and I don't care about it anymore as soon as I see that shit, because I'm dying. I will throw Tyler a little bit of bail because he did address his past, but it was aimed towards his white fans, and it kind of felt like he was saying, like, here, nigga, damn, you know what I mean? And he never really made any sort of comments and an atonement towards the things that he was saying about black women and the things that he was saying about like just black people in general. And while I was thinking about this whole situation, something just clicked with me. And it was the fact that Tyler the Creator was the original Doja Cat. And he was the original in the sense that he garnered an audience of white edgelords from being like extremely racist, misogynistic, homophobic, and overall just saying some super wild shit. And also, when you think about the fact that they both grew up in LA with single moms and estranged African fathers, and also had super low racial self-esteem, it's scary how like similar these two are. The only real difference between Tyler and Doja is the fact that Tyler ended up changing the way that he moved and he embraced his blackness. He can still be a little anti-black sometimes whenever he talks down on niggas for wearing Amiri jeans while simultaneously kicking it with Atlanta rappers, but he's nowhere near as anti-black as Doja Cat is. At this point in time, Tyler and Doja have outgrown their core audience and are constantly getting upset with them, but you can't really blame the white audience when you gave them a safe space to be the way that they are. And you can't really blame your black audience when they try to call you out on your racist and insane past. When you're an up and coming music artist, actor, hell, even a content creator, you need to nip shit like this in the bud because anytime you build a platform off of being edgy, you will always have that stigma over your head. And the longer that you let it go on for, the more of a chance you end up like Tyler the Creator or Doja Cat. If you ever get to the point to where you want to outgrow that edgy phase and you want to leave it behind, the chances of your fans who are most likely going to be edgy kids changing with you as well is going to be super low. They ain't going to be able to adapt as fast as you will because they don't have the life experience or the intelligence to do so. And like, if they built their whole identity off of being edgelords, it's just going to make it even harder for them to change. And again, the blame really falls on Tyler because he didn't do anything to weed these people out up until like Call Me If You Get Lost. And by that time, it was way too late because at the end of the day, Tyler the Creator is a real capitalist. Like he's just a black capitalist like Jay-Z, and you can really hear it in the songs and the way that he speaks about like his lifestyle, the cars and clothes that he wears, and it really just oozes super duper capitalist. So if you're in his mindset and the position that he's in, him speaking out against his white fans who are going to be the ones to like really drop the money on him, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense for him to call those people out. And that part right there, that whole capitalistic mindset with him really pokes a lot of holes in his logic of like wanting hip hop to be black and wanting hip hop to be purely hip hop, you know what I'm saying, and not letting any kind of like outsiders like Ian come inside because he allowed those kind of people to have a safe space within our culture. I don't know, I kind of roll my eyes sometimes when I hear him speak about like outsiders coming into the culture and how there's no gatekeepers going like gatekeeping, you know, because he was somebody who was like opening the doors and letting all these motherfucking white folks come in and feel like they can do and say whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that it was a different time, but at the end of the day, if you're going to be such an advocate on the purity and the gatekeeping culture of hip hop, you got to atone for the things that you said and done in the past. Because again, you allow white supremacists to run rampant in the hip hop community and say a whole bunch of stupid shit and feel like they know more than black folks who have grown up in hip hop. And you're only speaking up about this whole thing because it's affecting you and you're getting upset by certain things. And that shit don't work like that. With all that being said, Tyler has very much changed his image, and he doesn't only claim his blackness through like the influences and sounds of his music anymore, and it really has been like a slow and constant evolution of him You know what I mean? Like ever since Flower Boy, he started to embrace and love himself as a whole, especially his blackness. He surrounded himself with black women and put them in his songs and his music videos. And honestly, I think that him showing that he's changed through his actions rather than just saying he regrets the things that he said in the past is much better. But there's some people who think that this isn't enough, which is kind of understandable because like some of the shit he was saying was actually insane, bruh.
Get away from her!
And another thing I want to touch on since we're on this subject is the fact that being an outcast in the hood or in any black spaces is not an excuse for you to become a super anti-black racist that spews white supremacist shit. No matter the age, that kind of shit is always going to be unacceptable, bruh. It has nothing to do with the individual, and it's got nothing to do with you being a weird black kid that is like too white for the black kids and too black for the whites. It has everything to do with you just not being a good person, bruh. And unfortunately for Tyler the Creator, he came around and he ended up changing his ways and changing the ways that he thinks. Honestly, I think that we could avoid situations like this if we stop putting these artists and celebrities on these super high ass pedestals, because a lot of these niggas are just super talented weirdos and talented lames, bruh. Like there's a reason why these rappers and ball players be passing around the same shorties back and forth and like beefing over them. And no shade to the women in these situations, because like I respect the hustle, I respect the grind and like playing these dweeb ass niggas. But if these dudes didn't have the money and the talent and the clout, they'd have to pay for it. Shit, a lot of these dudes do be paying for it and they got all that shit together. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say for real. Tyler changed, Doja didn't. Stop gassing these rap niggas all the way up and pick up a book or something. If you watched the video all the way through, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the view. Give me a like if you like the video. If you like what I'm talking about, give me a sub. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell. I'll be talking about music and some more shit. You know, to my loyal subs, I love you, baby. Yeah. But that's the end of the video.
So you just gonna bring me a birthday gift on my birthday to my birthday party on my birthday with a birthday gift?
Happy birthday.